Here's one of those preseason prices with one of the most handsome gentlemen and brilliant at the same time of the entire day.
Oh my
horticulturist and landscape designer. Good morning, Mr.
Sweetheart.
Phillips.
It's always a pleasure.
Thanks for being here and being part of Pat's Garden Guide.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
Oh, you know, I couldn't do a garden guide without you. This is one of the showiest, as you said to me, most durable, no matter what kind of winters you have. You're going to love this. This is obviously from Cottage Farms. If you don't know Philip, Cottage Farms is considered the grower's grower, which means many times if you go to your local garden centers, they go to Cottage Farms to get their things for their garden center. We go directly, and we have the guidance of Philip, who does the most extraordinary award-winning gardens up and down the coast. The price goes away at the end of the day, under $30, and everything we have for the season is here right now. If it sells out in the course of the day, that's it.
Yeah.
That means when you see it, buy more than one, if you can swing that today. Sold out last March, over 25,000 sold. And get that Q card. What did I do with my Q card? I put it in my pants pocket. Well, that could take a while.
I've got my Medicare card. Does that count?
Well, I don't know that'll get you 3 easy pays, but use your Q card. That way you'll get 3 easy pays. All right, sir.
I love these, and I have to tell you, when we had these on last year, is that, you know why we had them on last year?
No.
Because this was the big surprise on QVC.com. We had them on there in a limited the year before, limited offering there. People went wild over it, and then I didn't even know it was on there. People started posting on my Facebook page the blooms, and I thought, oh, I think I want some of those too. I didn't even know we had them.
We learn.
That's why we brought them in, and they absolutely flew out the door. If you've got like the limelight hydrangeas, which get really quite tall, these get tall too. These will be just 6 feet tall. So if you want something that's tall, that's also colorful, this is one that the vanilla strawberry is the way to go. That's the look you're going to have, and it's not a faded out look. You know, a lot of the hydrangeas turn that kind of rusty pink color. Look at that. Snow-capped pink mountains. How beautiful.
They are gorgeous. And don't you want something different that will work in your garden with the other things, but, you know, a little showy at the same time?
Yeah, exactly. And also the blooms dry beautifully. And the regular mophead hydrangeas, I always talk about drying those. I like to use them in wreaths and mantelpieces and things like that.
It'd be pretty in a wreath.
But these are different, because these dry like that, but as you see, they've got long stems. So you can make a big foyer flower arrangement with these because they've got those long woody stems. I spray them with hairspray after they dry, and when I dry them, I hang them upside down. That way all the petals dry in the right direction. And then spray them with hairspray. The arrangement will last 3 years inside the house.
So this technically is not a mop head, it's more of a cone?
Yes. Yes. Correct. And it's a big cone. It's bigger than the mop heads because it's bigger than the mop head at the bottom, and then it goes up to this nice peak up here, the beautiful snow-capped peak. And what I'm shipping out to you is a nice woody plant.
Oh, that's good.
And because you know the regular mophead hydrangeas are more green stemmed. This is woody stemmed, like you would see on a tree, because this gets big. These, by the way, will bloom this year. That's what they do. They get big, so give them enough room. These will be 5-6 feet wide.
Wow.
And these will be 6 to 7 feet tall. So do them behind your flower border or against your privacy fence or against your evergreen hedges.
To the back.
Yes.
Before we go any further, I just want to mention that you'll already get this, and they are going quickly. Everything we have is here today. That preseason price where you're saving like $6.48. Remember, the more you buy, the more you save, and when they're gone for the season. And if you want them at that preseason price, because why not? Why not save yourself a little money? $6.48 will get you breakfast, right?
But I have to tell you a little trick on me.
Yes.
Is that when we had them on last year, so we had them on, and then I'm planting some in my garden, and
Did you put them in your garden in the ground?
Yes, I had them in the ground. I prefer these in the ground because they get big.
Okay, prefer them in the ground.
I had them in the ground. I could see them a great distance from the house. So I put them in front of the pine trees because the pine trees just kind of boring. But the pine trees created a great backdrop for them. They look beautiful. Then I wanted to get more, and guess what? we were sold out. Even I couldn't get any more, which annoyed the living stew out of me. So you know the other one we have called Strawberry Sundae that we offer, that's a shorter version of this.
Okay.
So I ended up getting Strawberry Sundae, but I wanted some tall ones too.
Right.
And if you want tall color and something that goes on, earlier this morning I had on that blueberry smoothie Rose of Sharon.
Oh, I saw that.
And that blooms all summer, and that's 8 to 10 feet tall. These will be 6 to 7 feet tall, and it's that pink color. So if you picked up that strawberry, the blueberry smoothie, the blue with this, you've got red, white, and blue,
Look at
all
that.
in the same place. How beautiful is that?
How old are those plants? Do you remember, Philip?
Those right there are about 3 years old.
About 3 years old.
Exactly. But if you live in further down south, these do need a frost, by the way. They bloom in Mobile, but if you don't get a frost, they're not going to do that well for you. But most areas of the country, they work absolutely beautifully.
Over 400 of you have already dialed
love 'em.
in. Let me ask you about deer.
Yeah, the deer, I've got all the deer back there.
Yeah,
the
you
deer
do.
have never bothered mine whatsoever. And that's the trick, is to plant wisely.
Yes.
You want to have a lot of
I've
color.
learned that the hard way.
But just because something's low maintenance doesn't mean it has to be low interest.
Okay.
And what we want to do is bring you interesting things. I love the big white hydrangeas, the big tall ones like the limelights. They're pretty, but this added color. So the back of my yard didn't look just black and white, because the pine trees look black from a distance. Then I just had the white limelights in front of it. I added the pink. It brought excitement in, and also gave me something colorful to cut and do in my dried arrangements in the house.
How about sun?
Full sun to half shade. Like
Okay.
I've got some in the front garden, and they only get morning sun. And then there also is their big silver maple trees there. They're blooming beautifully there, and because these are woody, they're not floppy. You know, some things have just got the green stems. They kind of flop all over the place. These do not. Just handsome, long-lived plants, the most cold hardy of any hydrangea we offer, and also the longest lived. I've got some
500 of you have already dialed
80 years
in.
old. 80 years old.
Stop, really?
Regular shrub hydrangeas won't last that long, although
Right.
they last a long time. These are the longest lived of all the hydrangeas.
That's
These are
important.
Hydrangea paniculata.
Hydrangea paniculata. Don't ask me
And
to
they're the
spell it.
most cold hardy.
Okay.
They're the sturdiest. They got the
right.
longest stems
But
for
they do
cutting.
need a frost.
They do need a frost.
And when do I expect blooms?
You'll get blooms midsummer this first year, and then next year you'll get them a little bit earlier than that. In early summer they'll start
Do
blooming.
they bloom on old wood or new wood?
They bloom on new wood, which means that if you want to trim yours all the way back to
Right.
the ground, they'll send up new things and bloom that same year.
Excellent.
They're easy,
This is what you want,
and no
right?
spraying. Love that.
All right, remember, if you are a little bit nervous about it, no need to be nervous about this, because you
Hush
get
that
the
fuss.
growing guide, which is sort of like having Philip with you.
Yes, indeed. Take a look at our map that we've got right here. Oh, well, we're going to go right to this. We aren't happy if you aren't happy, and I'm not kidding. Cottage Farms warrants its perennials for a full year. That's this gorgeous, gorgeous hydrangea. If for any reason you're dissatisfied, we'll replace your plant with a similar or comparable one at no charge. If your replacement's not available or it's too late in the season to ship, ships the following shipping season. And speaking of shipping, take a look at our zone map, pick your area of the country out, match it to your color-coded box, and off to the right-hand side of your box are the dates when the plants will ship. Nothing ships until it's safe to plant in your area. And that is the end of that.
When will we see you next?
I think I'll be back on like in an hour and a half or something like that. I'm on
Okay.
all day.
You'll be on with Carolyn.
I'm on till
Yes.
midnight.
Okay, we'll take you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Philip.
Love it.
More Cottage